Alrighty, my friends. This story is called Borreguita and the Coyote. And this is a tale from Mexico. And there's our cover. So this one is retold by Verna Aardema, and it's illustrated by Petra Mathers. Funny, a lot of these stories are meant to teach us lessons. Borreguita and the Coyote. Actually says, a tale from Ayutla, Mexico. We have some words in here in the beginning because there are some Spanish words. Some Espanol is in here. Ayutla is a city in western Mexico. Borreguita is Spanish for little lamb. If you watch any Sesame Street, you know that. Borreguita. Coyote is a small wolf-like animal. Señor is Spanish for Mr. Está bien means it is good. That is good. Está bien. It's Spanish. That is good. On a farm at the foot of a mountain, there once lived a little ewe lamb. Her master called her simply Borreguita, which means little lamb. One day, Borreguita's master tied her to a stake in a field of red clover. The lamb was eating the lush plants when a coyote came along. There's the Borreguita and the farmer. The coyote growled, "Grrr. Borreguita, I am going to eat you." Borreguita bleated, "Bah! Bah! Oh, Senor Coyote, I would not fill you up. I am as thin as a bean pod. What have I eaten all this clover? I shall be fat. You made me then." Coyote looked at the skinny little lamb in the wide clover field. "Está bien. That is good," he said. "When you are fat, I shall come back." There's the coyote and the little lamb. After many days, the coyote returned. He found the lamb grazing in the meadow. He growled, "Grrr. Borreguita, you are as plump as a tumbleweed. I am going to eat you now." Borreguita bleated, "Bah! Bah! Senor Coyote, I know something that tastes ever so much better than lamb." "What?" asked Coyote. "Cheese," cried Borreguita. "And my master keeps a round of cheese on his table. He eats it on his tacos." The coyote had never heard of cheese, and he was curious about it. "How can I get some of this cheese?" he asked. Borreguita said, "There is a pond at the end of a pasture. Tonight, when the moon is high, meet me there. I will show you how to get a cheese." "Está bien," said Coyote. "I will be there." There he is. He's drooling because he wants to eat the Borreguita so badly. That night, when the moon was full and straight up in the sky, Borreguita and Coyote met on the edge of the pond. And there, glowing in the black water, was something that looked like a big, round cheese. "Do you see it?" cried Borreguita. "Swim out and get it." Coyote slipped into the water and paddled toward the cheese. He swam and swam, shuh, 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 shuh. But the cheese stayed just so far ahead. Finally, he opened his mouth and he lunged. Whoosh! The image shattered in the splash. Pond water rushed into Coyote's mouth. Coughing and spluttering, he turned and headed for the shore. And there's the moon looking like the cheese. And there he is, trying so hard. And the water sprays all over him. When he reached it, the little lamb was gone. She had tricked him. Coyote shook the water off his fur. Fr, fr, fr. And then he looked up at the big cheese in the sky and he howled, "Ow!" Go ahead, howl. You know you want to howl like the coyote. Mia wants to howl like the coyote. You heard that? At dawn the next day, Borreguita was grazing near a small overhanging ledge of a rock on the side of a mountain. She knew that the coyote would be coming after her, and she had a plan. As the sun rose over the mountain, Borreguita saw the coyote was coming. He was sniffing along in his nose on some trail. She crawled under the ledge and lay on her back, bracing her feet against the top. When the coyote found her, he growled, "Grrr, Borreguita, I see you under there. I'm going to pull you out and eat you." Borreguita bleated, "Bah! Bah! Senor Coyote, you cannot eat me now. I have to hold up this mountain. If I let go, it will come tumbling down." The coyote looked at the mountain. He saw that the lamb was holding it up. "You are so strong," said Borreguita. "Will you hold it up while I go for help?" The coyote did not want the mountain to fall, so he crept under the ledge and he put up his feet. "Oh, push hard," said Borreguita. "Do you have it now?" "I have it," said Coyote. "But hurry back. This mountain is heavy." Borreguita rolled out of the shallow cave and went leaping and rolling all the way back to the barnyard. There he is holding up the mountain. There she is, running away down the mountain. Coyote held up that rock until his legs ached and he was hungry and thirsty. And at last he said, "Even if the mountain falls, I'm going to let go. I cannot hold it any longer." The coyote dragged himself out and covered his head with his paws. The mountain did not fall. Then he knew the little lamb had fooled him again. Coyote sat on his haunches and he howled. Come on, howl with me. Ow! Early the next morning, the coyote hid himself in a thicket in the lamb's pasture. When she drew near, he sprang out with a woof, and he said, "Borreguita, you will not escape this time. I am going to eat you now." Borreguita bleated, "Bah! Bah! Senor Coyote, I know I deserve to die, but grant me one kindness. Swallow me whole so that I won't have to suffer the biting and the chewing." "Why should I make you comfortable while I eat you?" demanded the coyote. "Anyway, I couldn't swallow you all in one piece even if I wanted to." "Oh, yes, you could," cried Borreguita. "Your mouth is so big you could swallow a cougar. Open it wide and I will run and dive right in." If you know about sheeps and lambs and rams, and you might know what's coming next. Coyote opened his mouth wide and braced his feet, and Borreguita backed away, and then she put her head down and she charged. Bam! She struck the inside of the coyote's mouth so hard she sent him rolling. "Ow! Ow! Ow!" howled the coyote as he picked himself up and ran away, his mouth feeling like one big toothache. Look at that look on her face. Look at her face. And from that day on, Borreguita frisked about on the farm at the foot of the mountain, and Coyote never bothered her again. The end. I hope you liked that one.